What is up, the world? It is your friendly neighborhood Slipgator here, and it is time to start building the new 1.8.
Remember the dream?
So a couple things you might notice. First of all, there's a giant cone head thing. Secondly, there's no flight thrust noise. No shock absorber noise. All the noises are gone from the power armor. How is that done? In the Machine Muse folder. Machine Muse. Let me say hi to TFC. In the Machine Muse folder, under the Numia config, there is a sound option. You set it to false. Bam, they're gone. So this is going to be kind of the shell of the new 1.8. And I was thinking when I started doing the time lapse that it would be done. I'll be like, I'll just do the whole thing. It'll be amazing. It'll be like, bam, there's a 1.8, and it's the most amazing thing. No, it took a really long time. It took probably 5 hours to build the dome, even with the building guide. And then I put in another little bit of time down here, maybe an hour or something like that, getting this floor design done. And also I placed the elevators, and I measured out exactly how like each level is going to work here. And so, you're going to have different levels. You'll be able to go up through the elevators, and then up top here will be an observation deck of some sort. And then actually the plan will be, I want to put a dome on the bottom as well, a small dome. And that small dome, this is going to be kind of a cool idea, I think. The small dome on the bottom will come right to the edge of the water. And then I don't know if you can teleport through water with the elevators or not, but I'd like to see if I can use an elevator to go down into maybe a basement area if I need that much space. But yeah, so the different 4 levels, and then I still have to build kind of like the the outcroppings. There's a lot more to get done. I mean, this is probably, I don't know, it's not even halfway done, I wouldn't say. So, but for now, what other things that we can start doing is moving my machines over and getting kind of some of the stuff and things torn down, some of it. But one of the things that I really got to try to figure out is what I'm going to use for a power source here. And I feel like Hypno released a video on kind of like some cheaty steam turbines, and I don't know if I want to do that. And I'm thinking with this sort of a base, I think solar would be rad because, I outside, right? Like it's really easy to it really easy to do. But I don't know if I showed you guys the solar rabbit hole. Oh yeah, I was telling you guys about that. The solar rabbit hole is just insane. In order to get a high voltage solar array, I couldn't even imagine like how many materials I'm going to need for this. I don't know if it's even possible to build it. Let me see. Do I have an MV transformer programmed in yet? Let's go ahead and let's program in an MV. Oh, great. The recipe is not here. Perfect. Let's take a look in NEI. MV transformer. So I don't even know if it's possible to build these solar arrays. I guess I gotta look for what the recipe is and see if it'll work. I'm gonna play around with that for a little bit. I'm gonna see if it's possible with the resources that I have now to build one high voltage solar array. Yeah, I'm gonna play around with it and I will be right back. So I had a play around in NEI and turns out it's not possible. Not at this time, because what's going on here is that in order to make this, the actual recipe, even though it's not in any, I don't even know if you can make the MV transformers, but the recipe for MV transformers requires 2 times gold insulated wire, and if you look, it's not in NEI, and it's not in the game. So gold wire, I think we can type and see, let me see here, 2x, doesn't even show you that. Insulated? Oh my gosh. Wire? Can we at least just see that there is gold wire? Let me look in here. In my NEI, I have some already. What is it? Gold cable, pardon me. So you can make the insulated gold cable, but you can't make the 2x insulated gold cable. You can't combine this in any way that it's going to make that. It just doesn't make it. So I think you actually just need to add more rubber or something to the original recipe. But anywho, it's not a thing. You can't do it. And I know I saw Hypno talking about it, and he had actually had to spawn in some of these in order to make them work, in order to get some things that he needed. And I don't know why they're not included. It's kind of like a massive oversight in the making of the mod. I don't understand it. You know, I try to give props to the Feed the Beast team for because they have a hard job, but at the same time, sometimes like just not including an item like that, it seems really like a gaping hole. So yeah, anyway, so we're going to switch gears here today, and what we're going to be talking about first of all is Slipgator's best gifted assassin ever. I built an altar to this Magnum torch because look at this place. Assassin's got all this stuff going on, and he has spawns over here all the time. He asked me to come over and help him kill zombies because his base is overridden with zombies and different stuff and things. So I gave him this Magnum torch and built this altar. But one of the things we're going to be talking about today is this little device that he's created. And I can't remember if I showed you guys this last episode or not. But what he's using here, no, I don't believe I did. It's a block breaker plus, or the breaker plus. So if we take a look at the breaker plus, it's actually really difficult to make. It's a Quarry plus, which is difficult enough, in addition to some other things that aren't too tough, but you got to build a Quarry plus in order to get this. So what he's got going on here is a block detector. This is is that the autonomous thingy doodler? Or is it the auto placer? I think that's the auto placer. I don't know. See, you can't see in the NEI what it's called. But I think it's the auto placer. And he's got a NOT gate here, just as kind of like a small left-hand turn, I think. Really is what this is. But and a little bit of redstone stuff and things over here. But anyway, let me go ahead and get to showing you what it does. So he's got Fortune 3 on this block breaker, this breaker plus. And so if we do this, you can see what it's doing is the system is it's placing the diamond ore, and then the block breaker is breaking it, and then it's fortuning it. So you can see we're getting absolutely more than 1 per block. So it's a really, really great way, especially the way that we're silk touching, both Assassin and I are silk touching everything with our Quarry Pluses. This is a really great way to get the most out of your ores early game. Now, I plan on getting into rotary craft in order to do ore processing, but for now, I'd like to try to do this and get it automated. And the reason why this is is so amazing, and in my opinion, I mean, rotary craft is better just because of the ore processing. I mean, you can get up to like 5 times the ores. But this requires no power. I mean, it's pretty amazing and not super difficult to build for early game. And it works pretty quickly, too. I mean, you can process, you'll see, as we're just sitting here talking, it's going to process, what is that, 6 stacks of diamonds. So it's pretty great, like, pretty great. I just wish I knew what block this is, and I don't want to, I guess I could pick it up. I don't think I would break it, but I think it's just the auto policer. So I'll let this finish up here. Oh, it looks like it was glitching out a little bit there. But yeah, like I was saying, just like pretty crazy, pretty amazing thing. So what I want to do, there we go, we're all done. So what I want to do is go back to the ghetto base. Could we have all of these? Thank you. I appreciate that. So we're going to go back to the ghetto base. I'm going to get some blocks built, get the block breaker built. I got to get a looting on it, or fortune, pardon me. And then we're going to set it up and we're going to automate it. All right, so let's see if we can automate this thing. Now, first of all, I do want to make sure you guys know that this is in no way an improvement on this design. Really, I'm just going to kind of add import and export buses. I am going to use RedNet cable, or try to get RedNet cable to work with it, which I think should be fine. I don't know, it might not work. The other thing is that I made the NOT gate. Let's place it. Now, one of the things is that I was thinking that I would use an invert cell from Project Red. Project Red integration, I guess, is what they're calling it now, the old Red Power mod. But the invert cell is wholly more complicated because it requires red alloy wire, which requires red alloy ingots, which requires red iron compound, it's just like, what? And so the NOT gate, it's just redstone and redstone torches. So much easier. So I just made that instead. I think you could use an invert cell. Would work just as good. So let's go ahead and do this. And I think what we're going to want to do is, I need a wrench. Let's go ahead and wrench this guy off. Oh, crap. I just want this one thing to be gone. Thank you. Can I just, no. No! Why is you broke? I hate this. RedNet cable? Maybe it'll work. We'll see. So I can't remember what he has on delay on there. Let's just stick a couple of these in, and then we should be able to plop a button down right here. So it did 2, and now it's stuck on. So then it did 2 again, and it's stuck on. Maybe no delay? Working. Fixed. All right, so let's go ahead and stick an inventory right there. So this is all now working. And all we're going to do is take a Precision ME export bus and plop it down there. Let's plop it down over here. And then we can just quick and dirty connect that right to the Mac. And then we're going to do the same thing over here with an export bus and go like one of these. So let's set this to move stacks, and then if we stick a piece of redstone in here, it should start filling this up. And then if we go like so, it's importing all the redstone into our system. This is way easy. Man, I don't know. I should have drawn it out. I should have talked slower. But yeah, so it's working. So now, if we come up here, let's stick some of this stuff away. Clean up our inventory because we have a problem with that. Now I can talk. So you can see the redstone number going way up and this number going way down. And so for now, this is a really great system. Now you do have to, kind of choose what you want to stick in here and then manually start the system, but it takes absolutely no power. So what we can also actually do is take a diamond ore and stick it in there. What other things are we going to want to do that silk touch to? Mimikite ore. We're going to want to do that. So we can actually stick all of these in here, and it will continue to run, and it will continue to do all, you know what I mean? Cycle and process all of those ores. I'm trying to think of what else we would want. So ruby ore, yes. Shift click, thank you. Mimikite, peridot or peridot, lapis we want. Uranium, sulfur, I think. Quantum, I don't care about. Ferrous, redstone, I can't remember if we want to do magnetite that way. I think so, but whatever. Apatite. Some of the stuff I don't even really care to process. Let's see. These are the things I kind of really want. So let's go ahead and stick all these in here. And what this will do now, oh, great, perfect. So it's exactly full. So what it should do now is as it works through each item type, as it's done doing the redstone, then it's just going to move on, and it will start to process whatever next one it is, and be and on and on and on until it's done processing everything that I've selected inside of the export bus. So yeah, just an automated way to use that really awesome invention from Jasassin. And if you guys haven't checked it out, the link to his channel is in the down there. So go check out Jasassin's stuff. He's a really great technical guy. Like he's a great LPer and does great technical stuff too. So you should definitely check out his vids. So I was down here, I was doing some crafting, I was getting some other things built, and I noticed some dinging, and I forgot about this. So yeah, if you have ores that give you, look at it, it's doing all sorts of weird different stuff now. If you have ores that give off XP when you break them, you got to stand down in here and you'll get that XP. So I think that my coin of suck is sucking it up from all the way over here. But yeah, so what I'm doing right now is building some redstone gold chipsets because we're building some more marker pluses. I think we should get the quarry back online and get that on a 256 by 256. I want to try it out. I want to build a max size quarry. So I have, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ME storage, 64K is filled. I have my deep stores going, remember. I don't know if you guys remember, I have these all set up, and they're basically the 10 highest, the 10 items with the highest amounts that I have in my system. That's not annoying at all. So the 10 items that I have in my system that are of the highest value, of which the largest is regular stone with 670,000. But yeah, I think we should get the marker plus going. So I need a bunch of these for 12 of these redstone gold chipsets. I have 12 of the landmarks in here, and I only need 3 of these wrenches. So once we get all of the 2 more of these guys made, we're going to get the landmarkers, or the marker pluses done. And then I'll head over to the quarry age, and we'll set it up and turn her on. Okay, so we got everything kind of going here already. Let's go ahead and stick these guys down like so. And these guys here, like so, the biofuel generators. And then a couple of those, couple of these. We'll just do a little pipe right there, and then one of those guys, and one of those guys. And I have everything I do believe that I need right here that I had set up before, like this. And let's check the chunk borders again, just to make sure. Yeah, this should all be in the same area. And I also aligned the quarry a little bit better, so that it's taking out the entire chunk. The last one I aligned kind of on the opposite side, which I think is just as good. Like, it didn't really matter, but it looks like that, you know, to kind of even it up. These guys, there's already a 256 by 256 over here. I'm not sure whose that is. But it looks like they're voiding a bunch of stuff too. Man, oh man, wasting all those resources. But anywho, the point being that to match up with the side of kind of the chunk border here, I just lined it up a little bit better. So now I don't need this guy. We'll stick it down just to have it in the area. Put these in like this. And let's just grab one of each kind, or 2 of each kind, pardon me, of dye, like so. Bam, bam. And then we'll put one of each in the system, like so. Oh, you know what? No, we don't want to do this. Let's speed this process up a little bit. So we'll go bam, 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 bam. So yeah. Now these are going to get going at their full efficiencies, which is what we want. And we can just kind of get the rest of this stuff and stick it in the system. Now, in the new update, we're now running 1.0 or 1.1.0. So in this new update 1.1.0, you can no longer grow rainbow trees with bone meal. And that's a big wah, 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 because that's our main power source. Like, that is what it is that we are using, to make power. So, looks, that's all we've got left. And so, is this thing, let's go ahead and see what it's doing. And so you are able to just plant the saplings that you have and grow the trees, but you just can't bone meal them. So this thing's looking like it's going pretty good. I don't know if it's not actually building yet. I think it's still, is it still clearing out the area? Or has it started building? There it goes. And look at it, goes pretty PDQ. So, yeah, so you can no longer grow them. And so this is what I did up here at the top of the Ghetto 1A, the Sky Mountains base, is I just went ahead and set some up here. So as you can see, like so. And so they're just growing naturally. And so I can just cut them down and harvest the dyes when I need them. But we've definitely got to, and I think for next episode, get another power source online. But we made a huge amount of progress today. I mean, this thing took forever to build, and I'm really excited to see what's going to come of it. I sometimes don't know much more than you guys do. I have a vision in my mind, but when you start building, stuff and things change. But yeah, so if you like the episode today, please don't forget to hit the like button. Feel free to share and favorite the video as you see fit. Don't spam it on Reddit, peeps. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.